What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doublecast, aka Mr. Smooth Chest, and welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Shield. In the last episode, I made my way to Hulbury and took out the gym leader Nessa. Took on the gym leader Nessa. Didn't really take her out. Took her down, maybe? Whatever. In this episode, I'm going to the seafood restaurant to talk to Chairman Rose. Eldena, let's celebrate your recent victory. Sonia, you were invited too? Not really sure what the purpose of this dinner is, but something tells me it has a lot more to do with whatever Rose's current agenda is than my actual, than what's going on with me. What's going to eat here? The obvious choice is the local cuisine. Also, I'm kind of surprised that they allowed a seafood restaurant to exist in this game. Because the thing is, a seafood restaurant implies that whatever you're eating is, like, you have to be eating fish, right? But what are you eating, really, in the Pokemon universe? Discover power spots, locations that emit Galar particles, and allow Pokemon Dynamax. I don't like hearing that Professor Magnolia is so worried, though. If only there was something I could do. It may be good for you to visit the vault in Hammerlock. I believe the key to unlocking the secrets. Believe it contains... Hardly had a chance to speak to Eldena. Shikata Ganai. That is one of the most useful phrases in all of Japanese. I unfortunately do not know Japanese. I took it for 6 years and barely learned anything. But one of the few things I retained was it's an okay move. One of the few things I retained is the expression shikata ganai, which is it can't be helped. That is sort of the typical Japanese response to basically anything unfortunate happening, regardless of the severity. I remember reading an article once about the sort of uneasy relationship between the U.S. and Japan. Oh, hey, Hop. Headed for Motostoke and the fire gym leader Kabu. I share a little tip with you about Kabu. From what I've heard, he's holed up now in Galar Mine number 2, undergoing some special training. If he's in there, then we can't take him on in Motostoke, even if we zip right over there, putting the brakes on the gym challenge. So I say we head to Galar Mine number 2 ourselves, see what all the fuss is about. Good idea, Hop. Always down for another dungeon. First of all, town map. There we go. Let's see where Galar Mine number 2 is. I'm gonna guess okay, so it'll just loop us back around to Motostoke. Now, alright, you know what? I was gonna go back to the wild area, but since this route will take me back to Motostoke anyway, which is how I would get into the wild area in the first place, yeah, I'll just follow the story for now. I'll go to Galar Mine number 2. We'll do the thing. Yeah, I remember reading an article once about sort of the shaky relationship between the US and Japan in regards to how the, oh god, alright. I need to play this game and actually tell this story. Oh, it's you again. My thoughts exactly. What do you want, Purple Man? I'd feel sorry for my Pokemon if I made them take part in a battle against low-level opponents. Yeah, like you. Then again, I suppose it's a form of mercy to crush weak opponents early on. You're under the misguided impression. This dude is just, actually, wait. Yeah, hold on a minute. I only say this because I know that you use nothing but psychic types, and if you're going to give me the option to destroy you even more thoroughly than I was already going to, I will absolutely take it. Alright, let's take on Bede once again. The But yeah, I was reading an article about sort of the shaky relationship between the U.S. and Japan in regards to the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? The basic premise of the article was why, like, the U.S. has never actually apologized to Japan for, yeah, wait. Is it Fairy Psychic? Because I don't really have anything that's good against Fairy Psychic. Fairy Psychic is like, could try Lick, maybe. Oh, give that a shot, see how it does. Hopefully this thing can't kill me. The U.S. has never actually apologized to Japan for, you know, using nuclear weapons on them, which may surprise you, and probably seems like a very, very bad thing to do on our behalf. But the interesting thing is that Japan, for their part, has never asked for an apology, and they seem to be okay with the U.S. not wanting to give an apology, which might surprise you. Like, you know, how can you not want an apology for 2 nuclear weapons? Well, it turns out that... I really should have seen that coming. That's on me. That is on me. It turns out that in Japan, at least among Japanese politicians, this is the impression. Yeah, I was hoping that would happen. There's this impression where they don't actually want to ask the U.S. for an apology, because if they demand that the U.S. apologize for their war crimes, they're afraid people will turn around and go, well, didn't you guys commit a bunch of war crimes during World War II as well? If you want an apology from the U.S., shouldn't you be apologizing for your stuff too? And they don't really have an answer to that, because the Japanese political establishment really does not want to apologize for their war crimes during World War II, which were extensive, in case you have not looked into those. But I was reading this, so it basically, the end result is that no one's going to apologize for anything, because no one wants to be held to that standard. I don't want to learn Rest. Tiny Dancer gained a level, excellent. Hatna, I will stay in, because I now know, I put this on screen the last time I fought, Bede. Hatna does not get its secondary fairy typing. Unlike Ponyta, it doesn't get its secondary fairy typing until it evolves. So I don't have to worry about this thing for now. I will get a Pokemon that can deal with that Ponyta. Just not right now. Gotta wait for Rip Skarmory to evolve. Assume its final form and all. Yeah, let's Night Slash this thing. Finish it off. He's probably gonna use a Super Potion. Why would you put Rock Tomb on that thing? It's a special attacker. What? Oh, cool, he only has 1 potion. What benefit do you get from putting... And a rock move? Really? What? You trying to defend against bug types? Dude, I'm not buying you as some sort of legitimate threat. Honestly, I think Hop has a better team than you do. Like, you'd be an okay gym leader. Hop at least understands the basic team building premise of being a rival. Like, why would you stick to one type as a rival? That doesn't make any sense. Let's switch, you know what, let's put Tiny Dancer out front. He'll put in some work today. Oh, cool, you can get a Shellos. I love Shellos. Not going to use one on my team, but... Oh! Stunfisk has a Galarian form. That's cool, I guess. You know, if nothing else, I appreciate Game Freak's willingness to cater to Stunfisk stands, however many of them there may be. Alright, do you have anything interesting? Only time will tell. Carcoal, this thing, in case you could not tell by the looks. Oh wait, does this thing get... It's a rock fire type. So I feel like really the only logical thing to do here is to use T-Lizard. Hopefully that ability will not... I forget what Steam Engine does. But I think it's somehow... I think it's a boost if you get hit by a water move, but hopefully it doesn't negate the water move. That's the only important part. Perfect. That's all I needed. Nice and easy. Life Dew. I forget this move. Restores the HP of itself and an ally in battle. Healing moves. You know what? If I really want that, I'll relearn it later. I don't really want a healing move right now. I already have a Draining Kiss if I want healing. That's 2 for 1. Let's see. Dusk Balls. Excellent. Dusk Balls are some of the best Pokeballs in the game. Oh, right. Okay, so I just got to avoid those things. Dusk Balls are great. Mainly because... Oh, is that a Gastrodon over there? Oh, well, we have to cross the water for it, so that's not really an option. Dusk Balls are pretty sweet. They have an improved catch rate in caves and at night, and those are both very... if nothing else, those Stunfisk are worth a lot of XP, which, you know, I appreciate. If you're gonna slow me down like that, might as well get something out of it. Alright, Team Yell, what do y'all want? Do you just want to fight? Am I doing it alongside Hop? Can't you see we're in the middle of a conversation here? I mean, I'll be honest, my dude, I was not paying any attention to anything you guys were saying. It was kind of a one-sided conversation. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Still... this whole endorsement thing still kind of bugs me. I don't know. I don't fully get it. But maybe there really isn't anything to get. Oh, crap, I still have, Roadhog out front. Let us switch over to Tiny Dancer. Make use of that fairy typing. Oh, I remember what I was saying earlier. The seafood restaurant. Right, so... The seafood restaurant bugs me because Pokemon, over the years, originally, it, like... How do I put this? Pokemon lore has not always been... What just happened? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, Wooloo hadn't moved yet. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. Let's gang up on Feeble. Oh, God. Oh, no! I'm actually gonna lose this battle. That sucks, man. Alright, well... Sasha Velour is kind of good against most things. Hopefully that'll work. The seafood restaurant is incredibly fraught as a concept. Because, like, Pokemon lore has not always been super consistent in regards to, like... There have been times where like, in either a Pokemon game or the anime, oh, you could have gotten him. Where it's kind of implied that, actual animals exist alongside, like normal animals exist alongside Pokemon, right? In general, Pokemon has moved away from this idea. They don't like it. They don't like that. The current sort of party line from the Pokemon Company is that in this universe, there are no, like, quote-unquote regular animals. Any regular animals are replaced with Pokemon. But because of this, they also... This raises a problem because they don't really want a situation where people are eating Pokemon, because that raises some uncomfortable questions. Like, well, if you're eating Pokemon, that means you're also killing Pokemon, which you really don't want to get into. It's just not something you really want. It's just not something they want to touch, right? Okay, at least Raboot is putting in work. This battle is surprisingly hard. For like... It's like much harder than the other fights we've faced so far. Like, these two Team Yell Grunts are noticeably stronger than Bede, which I don't know if that says more about them or him. Either way, weird difficulty spike right here. At least I'm getting levels out of it. Pancham. So, like, in general, the Pokemon Company is, like, a very strict, like, rules. Someone leaked, like, their brand guidelines once, and there was a whole thing about, like, no one in this universe eats meat. Everyone is a vegetarian, because if you imply that any kind of meat exists, well, now we have to answer all these questions about, like, are people killing and eating Pokemon? And for some reason, they just threw that out in this game. And we're like, screw it, we're having a seafood restaurant. And I don't like that. Guess what you... we'll leave quietly once we're beaten. You know what? I appreciate that. That's my rival for you. Let's keep going. Maybe he's further in. Oh, cool. I'm all healed up. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, let's keep going further in. I do not want to fight you right now. Actually, that Dreadnought could probably get some XP off it. Hold on. Let's go. Gotta keep the team swole. Let's see, Wimpod. I don't really feel like fighting a Wimpod. Let's see what's over here. Soft Sand improves ground moves. Cool. Let's see. What have you got? Hey, I want to fight you. Come on, man. This is a weird thing about, I feel like the newer Pokemon games, like, the more 3D the games get, and the less clear the sight lines are of, the people you're dealing with. Yeah, we'll just send in T-Lizard again. T-Lizard has been putting in a lot of work today, mostly due to all the ground types. The less clear the sight lines are, the easier it becomes to just walk past people that seem to be looking right at you. What am I doing? Come on. Come on, Max. Keep it together. Water pulse that bitch. There we go. Which makes me, like, weirdly nostalgic for, like, the times when, you would have, like, you would step, like, within one tile of some dude's eye line and he'd immediately walk over from, like, the other side of the screen. Like, I remember there were some trainers in, I want to say, the 3rd gen games who could, like, spot you from off screen. Like, they'd be like one tile above where your field of vision ended. But they could still see you, and if you walked into their line of sight, even though they could see you, even though you couldn't see them. Oh man, part of me likes the brutality of it. Sand Tomb, that is wrap/bind, but ground type. But I think, let me see, is this I think Sand Tomb is a special move. No, it is actually considered physical, which means it's actually slightly better than what is it? What do I have now? Mud Slap? Whatever, I'm going to teach it to Roadhog, BRB. I will get an actually good ground type move for Roadhog at some point, but you know, it's a whole process. We've been over this before. Oh, there he is. Thank you for helping me out with my training, Team Yell, but I must say, it's unforgivable for you to get in the way of a carcoal hard at work. We're trying to cheer it on. Did a number of morale boost elsewhere. Alright, later, dudes. I don't know what that was all about. Team Yell continues to be one of the more amusing evil teams. I don't even know if they count as, like, an evil team. I've seen a little bit of, I wouldn't use the term discourse here. Okay, so he likes training here because the Pokemon here are good against fire types. That makes sense. Going to be on fire tomorrow. So a lot of gym leaders give up because they just can't beat Kabu. I mean, hypothetically, Kabu could be a difficulty spike, but we also have a really good water type on our team, so I have trouble foreseeing that being a problem. I do know about Pokejobs. You don't need to educate me on it. Cream cracker. Every single expression they use in these games just sounds more and more made up, and I have no idea if any of them are real. Alright, I'm going to check out that last room of the Galar Mine. If there's nothing there of interest, I'll just cut this out. Yeah, it was just more Wimpods. Alright, okay, you can get a coughing over there, which is cool. Galarian Wheezing was definitely one of the cooler looking Pokemon they announced in pre-release, and Poison Fairy is a very, very interesting type combination. Again, there's such a long list of stuff in this game of, like, I kind of want it on my team, it just doesn't fit in the composition I'm going for. Oh, finally, Roadhog gets a favorable matchup. So many... I'm sorry, that just looks really funny. Of course, as soon as I get a favorable matchup, he throws me out of the fight. That's fine, I can just Psybeam this thing. It's no big, it's fine, it's cool, it's chill, it's Daijobu. Yeah, like, Galarian Weezing is, like, really, really good, and part of me wanted to use it on my team, it just didn't, that thing is... I think I want Gene Simmons against this. It just didn't fit with the rest of my composition, unfortunately. Truly tragic. But, you know, what can you do? I think a Night Slash should take this thing out. Oh, it goes first. This thing's fast.
Fast as fuck, boy.
It's fast as fuck. Not particularly durable, though. Very nice. Yes, more levels for Roadhog. Endure, no. Endure has... It's a very, very niche, highly situational, is how I would describe Endure. highly, highly situational. That really describes a lot of Pokemon moves. PP up, excellent. Some very immature jokes to be made about that item, and I shall refrain from all of them. Amulet coin, excuse me, pronunciation, increases the amount of money you get after battle when held by a Pokemon. Not bad, but my experience with these games is you're typically not... Oh, God. Fancy a scrap with a copper? Anytime I will fight a cop, any chance I get. God, if anything, I have to say living in LA has just made me... Like, I already didn't care for cops much. Any remaining goodwill I had for them has just been completely drained by living in this city. The cops here suck so much. Oh my god. They just spend, like... Every experience I've had with an LA cop is there's always, like, 2 to 3 of them posted up in, like, the dumbest spots. It's always in, like, a subway station or, like, a fast food place or something else, just, like, chilling, wasting their time, and they essentially just, like, sit around on, like, street corners and in, like, train stations, or, like, subway stations, and they just, like, wait for someone to commit, like, a tiny misdemeanor so they can arrest them for them. It's so bad. Like, I've seen LA cops make they've arrested people for, like, riding a scooter on the sidewalk. Oh, we're back. Alright, cool. Now, at this point, okay, first of all, gotta talk to Ball Guy. Oh, he doesn't say anything. Alright, now at this point, I have a choice to make. Because I could go fight Kabu and actually advance the story, or I could do some more dicking around and go back to the wild area. Naturally, I am inclined towards dicking around. However, I don't know. This episode might already be approaching the... Depending on how much I need to cut out, this episode might already be near the 30 or 40 minute mark, and I don't want to drag it on any longer. So let me just do I'm gonna just do a quick check here. I'll be right back. Alright, so, you're probably wondering what happened after that last cut. The answer is, I decided that this episode can run a little bit longer, so I'm back in the wild area. Specifically, I am in Stony Wilderness. This is one of the latter areas of the wild area that you can get to by going north from the bridge, if you recall that spot, and keeping right instead of keeping left like I did last time. The reason I am here is because there is a Pokemon that lives in the grass around here that I really want to catch. Oh yeah, I've also been collecting a few more watts here and there while wandering around. So, 2 Yampers, but I already have one. So what I'm going to do... Hey, first try. It's an Impidimp. Now, let's see, how strong is this thing? An electric current. I think electric field is you can't be put to sleep, but I should still be able to paralyze it. Oh god, it uses swagger. I swear to god, if I hit myself. Swagger is an extremely annoying move. It confuses you and raises your attack. Now, one might think, but Max, double cast, whatever. Y'all, I've said my name before. What is the point of a move that raises your attack? And what is the point of confusing someone if you're also raising their attack? Why not just use a move that just confuses them? I swear. Okay. How many tries is it going to take to prevent me from getting confused? Basically, when you hurt yourself in confusion, that little bit of damage you do to yourself, it's not a percentage of your health. Your Pokemon physically makes an attack. It makes an attack against itself. Jesus Christ. It makes an attack against itself, and it uses its attack stat. So if you raise someone's attack and then confuse them, the damage they deal to themselves will go up. Why couldn't you have used that last turn? Good God. Alright, well this thing is already looking to be very annoying. Oh, okay, alright. That could have been real bad, and I think it is... I should be able to use a Dusk Ball against this. I think it's nighttime. I mean, if my in-game clock is correct, it's physically nighttime here in LA, so... Yes! First try! Alright. I also forgot to explain, this is an Impidimp. It's a Dark Fairy type, and that combination is super unique, and I like it, and I want it on my team. So I decided to catch one at the first opportunity, and I know exactly what I'm going to name this thing. I wasn't kidding when I said that Hearthstone consumed like a full 3 years of my life. I'm going to check this thing's summary because I want to see what kind of moves it has before I decide to put it on my team. Fake Tears, Assurance, 60 power dark move, not bad. Sucker Punch, always solid. Yeah, you know what? I will, oh, but it's also, paralyzed. I'll just send it to the box and swap it out for Gene Simmons down the road. Alright, well that went swimmingly. Now, the only other thing I wanted to do in the wild area is potentially check out some max raid battles, because it turns out that I was doing it incorrectly last time, and I can actually fight them with AI opponents if I hit the right settings. So I'm going to see if I can get those working. I'm just going to cut away, and if I get them working, when I come back, I will already be in a max raid battle. Alright, so after quite a bit of looking around and looking at reference images to try to figure out where I needed to go, I have finally entered a max raid battle, specifically against a Hatna. Now, why a Hatna? I will explain that later. But anyway, I figured out basically what I should have done the first time I tried this is that when you go to the max raid battle screen when you're first starting, you can either hit invite others or don't invite others, and don't invite others will give you AI counterparts. Nice. This is starting off quite well. Oh god. Oh, I guess it has a fairy type move. Though, thankfully that didn't do too much. So yeah, so that'll give me some AI some AI teammates, so I don't have to worry about waiting around for other people to connect to me. I also think there might have been an issue with my internet last time. I don't know, man. Oh, cool. I have a healer on my team. Excellent. Yeah, I'll just take this thing out. No need to dick around. I do enough of that in this Let's Play as is. Excellent. Oh, cool. Yeah, might as well catch this thing. I probably should have used a different ball, but, you know, nobody's perfect. Un. Deux. Trois. Ding. Excellent. I love the drama. Yes! Okay. Wait. Oh, do I get to pick? Because I want this one. Do I get all of them? Because that's extra sick. No nickname. No, I don't want to send it to my party. Damn it. We're going to send it to the box. Okay, so the reason that... Alright. Okay. Context. So, basically, off-screen, what I was doing was there's a specific... Words are difficult. Max raid battles give you various items as rewards for completing them. One of the things they give you as rewards is technical records. Battles at specific raid dens give you specific TRs, and so I wanted to fight at this specific raid den in Bridgefield because I really, really wanted, if I can find it, come on, the Zen Headbutt TR, TR 69. Nice. Gonna use that on Tiny Dancer. So that we can now evolve it. Because remember, I mentioned... wait, come on. Is it under other items? Dynamax Candy. Raise the Dynamax level of a higher... Okay, I don't really care about that. What I do care about is the... Where is it? Not the Leaf Stone. Dawnstone! The time has come. Tiny Dancer is evolving. Yeah, buddy. It's a Gallade. This thing is a Psychic Fighting type, which is a very fun combination. It also learns all sorts of fun moves. Yes, I will happily learn Slash as just a solid, neutral offensive option. It might take me a little while to get a good fighting move for this thing, because pretty much the only way I'm going to do that is by getting a close combat technical record. But either way, Tiny Dancer's stats just went up dramatically, so it will hopefully now be far more of a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, I think that is enough stuff for this episode. I may dick around in the wild area a bit more off-screen between this episode and the next, and if so, I will update you all on that at the beginning of the next episode. But I think that's enough for now. Until next time, damn, I really fucked up that outro. Next time I take on Kabu. See ya!